Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in.
You know, you really are a little too persistent about this.
Sorry, I just get so excited, and I always feel like I miss everything that happens in town while I'm up here.
Nell's getting the poster. She offered Velma more.
That don't seem fair. I was the one who asked for it in the first place. You think maybe you could talk to Velma, see if she won't change her mind?
I'll see what I can do. Remember, I still have to give her the things.
Here to catch a game? I'm afraid the transmission's still pretty bad. What can I do for you?
I got something for you.
Really? Wait, let me just take a sniff. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Just let it waft right into your nostrils. That's the smell of pure, unfiltered sportsmanship, baby. Tell Velma that Grim can keep his poster. I've got all I need right here.
Smells like wrapped in here. Oh, it does work. I brought some.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way. Even old Bess in Edgewater was in better shape than this.
Hey, you want to try running a cannery with obsolete machinery? You be my guest.
Sorry, ma'am, I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just, your flanging apparatus isn't making a strong flange, so your sealer isn't sealing right, and...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Huh. I'll have to try that. Anyway, what do you folks need?
Can we... Got some information on Grimm's poster.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Nell's no longer interested in the poster.
That's a surprise. Tossball being part of her business and all. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon. Something else on your mind?
Nope. Barbecue He's such a big ass.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in.
Maybe I was making sharp about it.
Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was gonna spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Miss Ellie, Dr. Finhill. I noticed your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully. You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you.
Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment, but I'll pay you back.
Oh, no. I mean, it don't cost nothing. I got a spare spring in my pocket here, even.
Everything's got a price.
Thank you again for retrieving the bolt. It's every bit as complex as I'd heard, but I'm up to the challenge. Anyway, what can I do for you?
What the fuck do I need to do for this? Ah. There we go.
Want to make a run with me to Stella Bay?
Uh-huh. You blind, little bird? Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook. Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
I'll bet she's a hoot at parties.
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise.
If by nugget of paradise you mean piece of manty dung, then sure.
You know, I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our town shine. But first, I'll need to know what brings you, stranger. Well, I'm half listening.
Sanjar said you know something about a corporation operating secret on Monarch.
Might be I know something about it. Might be someone hired my crew to blind drop supplies on the Northern Bridge. Might be they sure as shit weren't pirates. Now that I consider it, I ain't heard from my delivery team in far too long. Find them for me, and I'll pay you handsomely.
I'll check it out.
And I'll thank you kindly for it.
Now there's a woman who knows what she wants. I her.
You know how there's folk who are all crusty outside, but warm and squishy inside? I'm pretty sure she's crust all the way through. You take real good care of your pistol, Dr. Fenhill.
I oughta. It's kept me alive this long.
I mean, you treat it nice. Makes me happy to see, because I feel the same way about my wrench.
Look, it's a tool that does a job. Feelings got nothing to do with it.
Here they come, Bullseye!
That's the last of him.
Something on your mind?
Lightning blade.
Watch a pro at work. Here goes nothing. Anyone else?
Hello there. A word, if I may be so bold?
I've never been this way here.
Well now, here I thought those mantisaurs had peacefully exited the premises. But your simple explanation. Thanks for the assistance. Name's Weston. Every once in a while I set up shop along these here roads. You find yourself in need of resupply, you come on by. Care to purchase a thing or two?
Show me what you have.
Thanks again. Care to
What happened here?
Bunch of amateurs. Sublight should have seen this coming. Run! Nice, Captain!
Stay back. I may be wounded, but I'm still armed. How'd you get past my traps anyway?
Went through them. I've got moves.
Just remember, I still got bullets, in case you get any funny ideas. What are you doing out here anyway?
Ellie, can you help with his wounds?
I assume you mean patch him up, not make him bigger. Okay, hold still or this is gonna hurt.
That feels a mite better. Wish I had something to give you, but I gnawed through my last Spratwurst an hour ago.
Catherine told me some of her couriers had gone missing out here.
Nice to know she cares. Catherine had us making drops for some big-shot client out here. And before you ask, I don't know who they are. Or were. The whole point of making drops in the middle of nowhere was to keep their identity and whereabouts a secret.
Get to the part where you're hiding in a cave.
Marauders were waiting for us. They blew the bridge and took off with the shipment.
What's with all the traps? Now, where'd the marauders go?
Last I saw, they were heading back up the hill. You'll see it on the right when you get out of here. If you've got the sand to go after him, I'm sure Catherine can reward you for your trouble. Me? I'm headed back to Fallbrook, just as soon as I've caught my breath.
You gotta teach me that.
I don't know which one of the companions you get was French. And you meet up with her going through going through the Vicar's quest thing. But there's 4. Apart from Sam, there's I can't remember. Like one crew member, you do their quest, and it leads to another crew member.
Here we go! Nice one! That was a nice warm-up.
Please, you don't have to do this. Just let us down from here. Look, I didn't mean what I said about your outfit. It's very fashionable, I swear.
Oh, I'd pay to see that again. I really doubt that.
Together! Incoming!
Attack! Attack!
Boom! Make him. That's the last of him.
I really hate it when there's. I really hate it when there's bit cartridges. They only have like 3 or 4. I hate that. Doesn't need to be hundreds. Just 50 should be the minimum. Not 4.
You sure have seen a lot of the colony, huh, Dr. Fenhill?
Ellie. And sure, but most of it looks the same from inside a ship.
Sorry, Dr. Ellie. Still, though, don't you find it thrilling? Being in space?
Look, it's just Ellie.
You should know, you're getting excellent reviews from across the company. What can I do for you?
I found a data cartridge with details of UDL's secret experiments.
Excellent timing on your part. I worked my fingers to nubs, but I've finally completed the Bolt 52 form. I dare say it will be my second greatest achievement after the Reformations.
You're getting ahead of yourself again.
So I am. Do you have this cartridge?
Not so fast. What are these reformations you're talking about?
I'm working on a plan to reorganize the board. Slowly, peacefully, and with meticulous documentation.
What's gonna happen to the people here when the board figures out what you're doing?
Well, by that point, my hope is that we'll be on the board once more.
I'm just... Maybe I'm worrying too much, but it seems the folks here get plans made for them an awful lot. When do they get to start making plans for themselves?
Once MSI is restored, the people of Monarch will be able to make more choices. We'll have all the brands and resources of the board here. But truly, I am getting ahead of myself. First, I need to submit the Bolt 52. With that data you're holding, of course.
Here you go.
I knew there was something going on. This is exactly the proof we need. The board will have to welcome us back now. I'll transmit this data along with the completed Bolt 52 right away. After that, we'll sit back and quietly wait for the board to respond.
That means no more broadcasts from us.
Thank you. Damn it. Oh.
Do you hear that? It's the blessed sound of radio silence, which leads me to believe you have sweet, sweet news for me.
Those dumbasses are no longer transmitting. Is the data ready?
Yes, indeed. I am back in business. But before we get down to it, might I ask how you handled the problem? In the end?
Come on, do you really want to get invested in the details? We finished the job.
Is that so?
Does it matter?
I suppose not. Curiosity was always my besetting sin. And we both know I'll find out, eventually. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired information to the purchaser, and to the purchaser alone. However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling the antenna's receiver, so I can input the needed adjustments.
Fine, tell me how to fix it.
It's simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz outside and throw the lever to cycle the power. I'll key in the numerical adjustments from in here.
Got it.
Terrific. I'll be here, waiting with bated breath. Give a shout if the panel electrocutes you.
Great work. Nice thing about traveling with the captain, we meet all sorts of new people.
Sure, best part is when they pay us.
We never really had new folks in Edgewater, except the captain. Kinda hard to make new friends when everyone's already decided they don't like you.
Could be a favor in disguise. A lot of people out here ain't that nice.
Testing 1, 2, check, check. Sweet stars. But that is a beautiful sound. Can you hear me? We are a go for broadcast. Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data. Impatient prick. Worse, I'm now indebted to him for it. Now I'll kindly thank you to get out of my tower.
Happily, I won't bother you again.
Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of a prickly exterior. But I must admit I have grown rather fond of you. Take care out there.
Captain! Big flaming thingy!
Black holes. Did you see that?
Big ball of fire? No, I totally missed it.
Look, there's not enough room in this tower for two sarcastic heads, so one of us has to knock it off. Right. I reckon we both know who that'll fall to. Oh well, a pity for the crew, but I can't see how it affects me. Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that? Architect, save me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI or did MSI not cease broadcasting? Yes, but... Hiram. Hiram, are you there?
Oh, it's a reunion. Group hug.
Not without a physical contact waiver. Ah, the good captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come crashing through the stratosphere. We need only collect its weapons. Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. You'd probably shoot your own toes off.
You're acting like children.
Par for the course, really. You should do like I did. Get out while you still retain a shred of sanity. We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need its targeting module. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading to the stars. Help us secure that module and we will save our colony. Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do so long as you leave me out of it. Which means, get off my void damn channel. I'm more than finished with you lot.
That was kind of cool.
Dr. Ellie, you ever wonder if maybe we got some things in common?
This isn't another thing about wrenches and guns, is it?
'Cause you're a surgeon and I'm a mechanic. We both fix things, heal them up.
Hate to break it to you, but before I got to Groundbreaker, I fixed more noses than bones. Nowadays, I probably shoot more than I save.
Oh.
Oh, fuck, I didn't want to do that. Didn't realize I was buying, not selling. Either way, I'll put that to good use.
You sure we ought to go this way, Captain?
Been practicing this! Just like that! Plasma isn't working! Get on! Nice one! That does it. Time for a drink?
don't mess with us. I got him! You got it, Captain! Not bad, huh? Nice one! I'm on it!
This game doesn't seem to do well with scale.
We can hit a shot, asshole! Everyone all right?
Does that look bigger coming down than it actually is?
I'll keep an eye on things out here.
Me too. You know corpses shit themselves, right? Enjoy the smell.
Hello, my name's Jen. I'm the chief engineer on this gunship, and I'd like to let the record show that our captain is a total fucking hullhead. I told him again and again that without fixing our regulators, spinning up the engines are going to blow through our coils and we'll go flying off in a completely random direction. Well, here we are. Thinking we'll hit soil in about 30 seconds. This is your chief engineer signing off for what is probably the last time. It's a shame you can't see this middle finger I'm holding up, because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Okay, that was surprisingly calm for about to die. She's a good girl. Hmm? Oh, you're a good cat, Zell.
Seems like a nice little town. Except for all the dead critters.
Something about this place makes me feel sane by comparison.
The gunship. Have you secured its targeting module?
Yes.
At last. Now we must secure the Stellar Bay landing pad. We will fortify the city against the Board's assault.
I'll settle for shooting goons and grabbing loot.
And you, Captain. Are you prepared?
I don't suppose you could work with Senjar rather than against him.
No. Our hearts have long since closed to one another. He is blinded by his love for bureaucracy.
I'm not ready to hand over just yet.
Time is of the essence, Captain. Be swift with your decision.
You don't much like me, huh, Dr. Ellie?
It's nothing personal. I'm just not the touchy-feely type.
It's just... You seem fine with the others. Did I do something to make you unhappy with me?
You gotta stop taking things so personal. You're setting yourself up for a letdown.
If the Iconoclasts reach that ship first, there won't be any chance for a peaceful monarch. I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet. I've sent patrols, but they're running into trouble with the Iconoclasts.
Could you agree to a truce with the Iconoclasts?
They're all mad! And what's more, they left us! I don't see any way for us to work together.
I read your reviews, Sanjar. You can't do this alone.
Not this again.
Remember what we practiced, sir.
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. I am a Mantipillar, and my will is my cocoon. I can emerge and become whatever I wish.
You're good with details, but you could use someone who sees the big picture.
You too?
She has a point, sir, and it's not all bad.
Supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The Iconoclasts are not the most compromising sorts.
What about Graham's second-in-command, Zora?
That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo. I'd be willing to consider it, but I'd need to see her review first.
Actually, I already found it in the terminal in Cascadia.
Very well. I can't promise anything, but let's see what we have here. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified. I wasn't expecting to say this, but if you can put her in charge and convince her to agree to a meeting, I'd be willing to discuss terms.
Very well.
Ah, crazy town. Never change.
Hey, Captain. I need your help, and we ought to keep it hush-hush. You know about what happened here, right? The history of Amber Heights?
Fella came through Edgewater once, mentioned something to my dad about pirates wiping out a town. You mean this is the same place?
Right. Common belief is that the pirates fled to an old relay station that had already been abandoned, but nobody could find them. The station's locked up, but one of my people found an old data cartridge in a nearby raft nest. It's mostly corrupted, but I pulled a couple codes off of it. One is the code to the Amber Heights gate. I don't recognize the other, but it's similar. I bet it opens a door.
A random door code doesn't sound useful.
I know it's a long shot, but if we miss something there, if you can get into that station, maybe we can get some answers.
The Amber Heights gate?
Right. The access codes to Amber Heights. What gets me is, if this belonged to the pirates, that means they knew someone there. If someone gave them the gate code, all those deaths, Captain, all that blood is on their hands.
Why are we keeping this to ourselves?
Graham isn't fond of talking about the history here. He had friends who worked here. The massacre hit him pretty hard. You know him. Live and let live and all that. I don't want to burden him right now, especially if this ends up being a dead end.
I don't get what's so important about this. Don't you have bigger problems?
I surely do. But it's not far, and if they died in there, they died with their munitions. We'll need them. Besides, if it's filled with valuables from the aristocrats who lived here, we can pawn them off on Sublight and get ourselves ahead on our food budget.
Okay, go to the relay station, see if the code's useful. Anything else?
Just a warning. The area's infested with mantisaurs. I'd send some help, but we're, preparing for war.
I'll consider it, but no promises.
Sure. I'll be here if you change your mind. Hey, Captain. Any thoughts on that errand we talked about?
Yeah, I'll help.
Appreciate it. Here's the code. If it works, bring back anything you find. Supplies are best, but information's good too. If someone was behind the Amber Heights massacre, it'd give a lot of people around here some closure to find out who and string them up. Good luck. Watch out for the Taros. Welcome back. You find anything out there?
Alright, I gotta do this first.
You and your pen pal seem to be getting along.
Don't make it small. When you say it like that, it sounds stupid.
Whoa, take it easy. Didn't realize you were so wrapped up.
You're doing it again. Of them. As your engineer, I advise you not to set foot on that, especially the bendy parts.
Nailed him, Captain! Everybody okay? Great.
I wish I could do that.
Welcome back. You find anything out there?
Found a box of data cartridges.
Let's see. These are old. Looks like correspondences between the pirates. Some bits here, some there, some... Wait. This one's got the Amber Heights gate code on it. Just like the one I found earlier. And here's... a letter. Wait, this is from Graham. Oh, of all the... Captain. He gave them the gate codes.
Graham isn't exactly known for his rationality.
Watch it. That's our leader you're talking about. My friend. I know he's got his head in the clouds, but I always believed there was a core of good there. What the hell happened to live and let live? Look, I need to think. Plan. Figure out if I should talk to him or shoot him. Or both. Just don't give him the module yet. Give me a little time. I'll meet you at his place. Go take a walk, Captain. I'll find you once my head's on straight. Go take a walk, Captain. I'll find you once my head's on straight.
Yeah, I thought so.
Captain, we should chat. Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the Iconoclast surviving is we depose him.
I'm with you there. Let's go talk to him.
Okay. Deep breaths. This is what's best, Sora. Time to save Monarch. Save Monarch.
Captain, you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats.
Stand down, Graham.
Stand down? I'm afraid I don't understand, Captain.
You're running the Iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the Eternal Path. It's time to step down.
The troops? Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer?
I do. She's what's best for your group.
I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No.
You don't seek enlightenment. You just feel guilty.
Guilty? I didn't mean for them to die. I'm not a monster. Of course I feel fucking guilty. I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught. I built the Iconoclasts so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
I'm not calling him Graham because that's not how he's. That's not Graham. Graham, maybe, but not Graham. Fucking stupid. That isn't necessary.
Please. Don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
So be it.
Incoming!
Like your path.
That's the last of them!
That was a little bit anticlimactic.
Well, Captain, here we are. Killed a lot of people in the name of the Iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time, it's especially wrong. You've got the... Void, help me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it?
Hold on. I was thinking you and Senja could join forces.
I've thought about it, but I think we're too far gone. pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line.
How many of your believers are going to die for this?
You've got me there. A fair few. I've lost a hell of a lot to this fight. Graham would never agree to this, but I'm starting to realize how often he led us astray. All right. If he's willing to talk, I'll give him a chance.
I've already spoken to him. He's agreed to meet.
Well then. I've got to prepare a few just-in-case measures. But when you're ready, let's meet at the old OSI church outside Stellar Bay.
Keep him quiet, Cap.
Reminds me of the crew cabin on one of my first ships.
Hey, thanks for coming.
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
Wait, union? You proposed? I wasn't suggesting you get married.
Oh, let's just get started, shall we?
Don't fret. The captain here is right honorable. Usually.
Sanjar, Stellar Bay's got food and walls. And my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
What if the iconoclasts just supported your supply lines?
Not good enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter, Captain.
I only get some people.
Crew report. Mioka is drunk. Surprise.
What? You wanna come up? Come on. Come on, Zell. You can get up here. Come on. There you go. You can get up here.
Who's the sweetest boy? Who is it?
Error. Unable to process the specific designated caregiver's service request. Please repeat the order.
Yeah, you are.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Don't.
What if they just supported your supply lines?
Not good enough.
Being stubborn about this isn't going to get you anywhere.
Fine. Some of our people can help with supply lines. But I have to ask for some room in the city itself.
Captain, this might really work.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend. And I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that.
Something tells me Sanjar didn't know.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something. But you two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far.
It is. We found correspondence between him and the pirates.
But that means... I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
I think he's being truthful, Captain. I feel it in my gut. Kinda nauseous, but ticklish.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You back someone into a corner like this, and they'll say anything to get out of it.
Take it back a notch, Zora. You're here for your people, not the past.
Okay. You're right. Sorry. It'll take me a while to get over losing Graham.
You know, I felt the same way years ago, when he first left. You know, there was something magnetic about him that let you ignore the things you didn't want to see. But surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
Now hug it out.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'll need to sign a physical contact waiver first.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar. I, guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
We done a good thing, Captain. A real good thing. Lots of folks are gonna be better off because of this.
Really? You have to respect that either. Neat. Part of me kinda wants to respect anyway. I'll do this one. Ah, fuck it. I should probably do dialogue. Now I can finally leave this planet, go to a new spot, I think.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen. We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting.
What's so important about these chemicals?
If I had time and several blackboards, I could explain the details to you, but to put it briefly, dimethyl sulfoxide is the reason you're alive today. The chemical is absolutely essential to reviving the Hope's colonists. I need you to steal as much as you possibly can. The more, the better. If you don't bring me enough chemicals, I might not be able to save the Hope's colonists, and then nothing will stop the board from destroying this colony.
So what's the plan?
Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find.
Warning label?
Something about being discontinued due to severe adverse reactions. It's fine. You'll be stealing the chemicals, not ingesting them.
Anything I should know about this Carmen Imagawa?
You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy. My money, anyway.
Got it.
Some crew members are...
You're adjusting before you pull. You're anticipating it. You...
Of course I'm anticipating it. What if I shoot a friend on accident?
That's on account of your stance. You want to lean into it. Embrace it. Work with it. You're in control here, Parvati, not the gun. Don't let a hunk of metal jerk you around. You've been around powerful machinery all your life, and you're always in control, right?
I guess that's kind of like when the filler's shooting 600 cans of near molten sal tuna down the conveyor while I'm trying to tune a belt.
Here, stand like me. Just so. Hips square. Lean forward a little. It's just equipment, and you're just an engineer using it. Ah! Okay. We'll try again later. You'll get it. I promise.
Sometimes I can hear Vickers saying prayers to himself. Sometimes I hear him cussing about tossball scores.
Hey, Cap.
We gotta talk about this. I can't believe I wanted to shake his hand. I need a shower. Makes you wonder if being a treacherous, two-timing coward is some sort of contagious disease, or if he was just born that way.
Is this about Graham?
At first, I liked what Graham was doing. The Iconoclasts were going to change Halcyon for the better. But then, we found out Graham was behind the slaughter of Amber Heights. How can anybody so morally bankrupt lead a movement to transform the colony?
I give up. How?
Boss, that wasn't a trick question. I was being, what's the word? Rhetorical. You'd never do something like that, would you? Slaughter a whole community of innocents?
Graham wasn't the one who killed those people. He just allowed it to happen.
I'm sure Graham told himself the same thing. He wasn't the one who held the gun and pulled the trigger. All he did was turn a key. The thing is, that's all it takes. Sometimes the difference between right and wrong is turning a key, or looking the other way, or keeping your mouth shut when you ought to speak up. Let's get back to it. I need to put all this ugly business with Graham behind me.
I understand we have decided to continue supporting the outlaw scientist, Dr. Phineas Wells. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Goodbye. We are now in orbit. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Since we're in Byzantium, there's something I've been meaning to do.
What's that?
I haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Shocking, right? Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit. Given the dangerous life I lead, they've got to be worried sick.
Funny, you don't strike me as a type who keeps in touch.
Which brings us to where we are today. Several messages and a few years late. See, I'm originally from Byzantium, born and raised. I know that probably comes as a big surprise.
Actually, I can see it.
But I worked so hard. I dropped the accent, picked up a swagger, developed a taste for Spacer's Choice.
That's the problem. You try a little too hard.
Huh. Well, I bet they won't know the difference. I bet they'll barely recognize me.
I don't see why you can't go see them when it's convenient.
Oh, well, I was thinking you'd come too?
Okay, we'll go.
Great. And when we get there, draw out your rough edges a bit. If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some blood stains, wear that one.
What?
Oh, and help yourself to the good snacks and put your feet on the coffee table. Mother hates that.
It's almost like you want me on my worst behavior, which is my normal behavior.
That's the idea. Anything else?
What do you think about Zora and his son Jar coming to terms?
Things on Monarch have really cooled off. I didn't think MSI and the Iconoclast would ever talk. Outside of shouting four-letter words, I mean.
Just goes to show you, there's always a peaceful option.
Sure. And fish sticks are really made from Saltuna. Look, I won't knock the work you did. I'm sure they'll have a good cry, look through old photographs, share a pint of premium double chocolate cacao gelato. But sooner or later, things will go back to the way they were. People don't change. Not really.
That was a very specific image.
Well, who hasn't been there? Anyway, I'd hate to see you get broken up if this thing between them doesn't last.
Nice to know you care.
Hey, let's not make this out to be more than it is. Anything else?
You have something to say about chasing down the dimethyl sulfoxide?
I sure hope you negotiated for a raise with this Phineas guy.
Why do you say that?
Ever notice how this job gets bigger and more dangerous every time he calls in? He's asking a lot, Captain. Makes me wonder what your angle is.
I don't know. I've just been going along with him for now.
Fair enough. But you should know he's not the only game in town. The board's put a bounty on his head, and they've got more than enough bits to pay it. I've got no love for the corporations, but they know how to take care of their people. The ones at the top, anyway.
Might as well aim high.
Exactly. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders, so I probably don't need to tell you this, but look out for yourself. No one else out here will.
Aw, Ellie, I didn't know you cared.
Hey, don't get any ideas. I'm just making sure you last long enough to pay me at the end of this. Anything else?
I'm not paying you. Never mind. What can you tell me about Byzantium?
It's like one of those stuffy art gallery pieces. Looks okay from far off, but once you get close, you realize it's just some mismatched shit everyone's agreed to overpay for. Even the bribes are overpriced.
I need the lay of the land. Anything I should know.
Don't trust anyone, don't touch anything, and whatever you do, don't show your teeth when you smile.
Is this one of those established dominance things?
What, like primals? Nah. People are extremely competitive about cosmetic dentistry. It can get ugly.
Why did you leave?
The real question is, why didn't I leave sooner? There's all these invisible rules, and everyone spends all their energy just trying not to break them.
It's called society.
Call it what you want, it sucks. I was a top-tier surgeon, but I could hardly open a pack of gauze without 10 people signing off first.
That would drive me crazy.
Now you see why I left. People call Byzantium the jewel of Halcyon, but really, it's just paste. Everything's polished and bureaucracy. Take a close look and you'll see it's deader than anywhere else in the colony.
That's enough.
That's what I've been saying.
Let's go. I'll be back in a minute. I'm back. Hoping for a new planet, not back to Terra 2. Fucking hell.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone.
What a coincidence! Me too!
Oh. You mean I'm supposed to be meeting you?
Why do you sound so surprised?
Nothing, it's just... I thought you'd be taller. Anyway, let's not get hung up on that. The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium.
The Phoenix?
Yeah, that's my codename for... you know, our mutual friend.
We have a mutual friend? How nice!
He did a good job finding you. You'll fit right in here. Anyway, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded.
Can't you get me into the minister's estate?
Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence.
Okay, so what can you tell me?
Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
That place is still open? I used to study there during medical school.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking.
Thanks for the tip.
Just remember, you didn't hear it from me.
There's got to be a way to catch the minister someplace less protected.
Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count how many times we've been shot at?
What work specialists, huh? Our mutual friend is really branching out.
Looks like I got work to do.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running like clockwork.
Don't you ever want a little fun? Maybe see a marauder ship get blown to bits overhead?
What a thing to say. Everyone knows marauders can't fly.
By the law, look at those arms. How'd you like to show those off for millions? Kid, you got presence. Natural magnetism, know what I mean?
Is that why bullets find me wherever I go?
That's gold. Next time, we'll have you say that over the rim of a Trippistout. Product placement, baby. Listen, you got an agent? Some kind of representation?
I consider myself freelance.
Fresh, natural talent. I know it when I see it. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid.
That's disgusting. I never agreed to that.
Ha! A sense of humor, that's good. Every picture needs some comedy. I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a star. And I think you got the chops.
Ah! Captain! You're gonna be in pictures!
Already got an entourage, huh? Way to get ahead of the game. So what do you say? You ready for the chance of a lifetime?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Terrific. We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator. You're going all the way to the top, baby.
Auntie Cleo's pipe patch. All of the benefits of smoking a real pipe.
According to local legend, if you walk around the orrery 3 times, your corporate rival will die of a paper cut.
You think I'd get arrested if I climbed up on that to get a look at the gearings?
Nah, probably just shot.
I've always...
You, with the hips. Over here. Let me take a closer look at you.
Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Splendid. I love it.
What's this about pasta?
Oh, you slay me. Not pasta, my dear. Contrapposto. To slouch fashionably. One's posture reveals the quality of one's character. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are exactly what Byzantium needs.
Are you trying to sell me something?
I'm an artist, darling, not a tweed merchant. I don't sell things. I pollinate the world with art. I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like your help. What do you say, my dear? Care to make history with me?
Sounds like fun.
Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of wine to the face. What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does the common laborer wear? How do the wild-eyed madmen of Monarch dress themselves? I've heard rumors, but I require samples. Also, I expect you to model for me.
Any excuse to admire my looks, huh? Can't blame you.
Oh, you cad! You'll be the talk of Byzantium once I'm done with you. I'll need you to model for me the following: the apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear, helmet included. And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers, none of that garbage spacer's choice pedals.
You have the bearing and demeanor of a born model. You're going to absolutely murder this job.
Hold on, I need to know more about these outfits.
I expect you'll cut an exquisite figure. What else do you need to know?
So it's something about an iconoclast outfit?
I've heard rumors of these iconoclasts, half-mad zealots rampaging across the surface of Monarch. You'll have to find your own way into Monarch. I can't help you. Even if I could, I prefer not to interfere with your creative process.
What's so interesting about Marauder armor?
I don't know. I've never seen a Marauder. Not in person, anyway. There are always Aetherwade programs, but I want something authentic. Byzantium is long overdue for a change of wardrobe, my dear. Something barbaric, yet elegant.
Where am I supposed to find spacer gear?
If I were an enterprising spacer in need of a wardrobe, I'd probably head to the Groundbreaker.
I'll see what I can do.
Fabulous! I can't wait to see what you dredge up.
I want to buy something.
I can't wait to see what can.
My engineer's going on a date, and she needs a fine outfit.
You don't gotta be so forward about my reasons, Captain.
Let me get a good look at you. Turn around, please, darling. My word, such muscular shoulders. You're a vision, dear.
I am no such thing, ma'am.
Nonsense, you're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. I have just the thing for you. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Materials, labor, licensing and copyright. There.
Hold on. Did you actually measure her for this outfit? I didn't see any measuring tape.
Darling, do I look like an amateur? I read her measurements by eye. And don't you ask, because they're no one's business but her own.
I'll figure it out and get back to you.
As you wish, darling. All my pieces are custom made. As soon as you pay, I can start working.
Do I have 6,000?
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
CP Boss Pocket can be microwaved in 2.5 seconds. Boss Pocket.
I love this end.
I can't. Here's.
Fees for licensing and copyright? Cut the bullshit. Show me a fair price now.
Captain, please don't do this again.
Aren't you a brute? But you're in luck, darling. I enjoy a brute now and again. They shake things up, create the unexpected. All right, Captain. Here is the absolute best I can do for you.
I guess we can swing 3,000.
There are some things I simply cannot skimp on, darling. Such a lovely young lady deserves the best. Now stand back. Back! I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning. You'll be broke to bespoke in merely an hour. And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a splendiferous evening. And if you don't mind my asking, have you any interest in modeling?
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me? I couldn't. No way, no how. I get scared just thinking on it.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful. I hope your date sees that as clearly as I.
Oh, can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it. Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time, I just have to actually do it now. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for to fix up the air cyclers. They only carried them on big colony ships, like the Hope.
No, we're done running all over this system. It's time to stop putting this off.
Yeah, that sounded pretty desperate, huh? Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send June a message and ask her over. Oh, this is real scary, Captain. I'm grateful for all you done.
If this is not worth it, I'm revenge the same. I'm not fucking ghost.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
They think you don't hear it, that you don't feel it. But I know better. I just wish you could stick up for yourself. Come to see Sam? That was sweet of ya. Here, I was just leaving. I swear, next time we put into Groundbreaker, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask her over. Oh, I'm so nervous. Having trouble focusing on my work.
Oh my shins.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker. Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or...
All right. She's on her way. How do I look?
You look terrific.
Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right. Deep breath. Here I go. Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner. He was probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that. I always thought it was funny when I get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get hurt, but he'd never interfere. I learned a lot that way.
I wish I could have met him. Anyone who helped shape you must have been a special person. I appreciate you making the time for this.
Pardon. I'm having the best time.
My father and I were often at loggerheads. He had notions of how the station should be run, and I had others. He was fond of saying, "You think Groundbreaker pays for itself? Someone's got to cover the bills," when I chafed against his deference to the board.
Sounds like he was afraid of him.
He was, and he was right to be. Didn't mean I had to like it.
What about your mama? I don't mean to pry, you just hardly mention her, and I've been wondering.
She passed when I was small. Taught me how to change a fuse on her deathbed. Even sick, she was patient with me. She kept exhaustive journals of my childhood, my father said. Like she was A/B testing child rearing.
Must be you got that exacting nature from her.
Exacting is a kind way to put it. Inflexible, my father would have said. Bull-headed. Cold.
If you're cold, then I'm the void of space. Cold. Pfft. That's the silliest thing I ever heard.
Thank you.
I guess I got something to do in here as well while I'm waiting.
You weren't followed, were you? I hope not.
My ship can fly to Stellar Bay. Is that job still up for grabs?
Sure is. Welcome aboard, contractor. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you.
I'll take it.
Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood?
Understood.
You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
Good enough for me.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
Vicar and his sermons. You ever think about the plan, Sam? Nah, of course you don't. You. Hey, where'd you get this page of scripture from? Oh, Captain! Just doing some routine maintenance on our automech, friend. Don't mind me. Okay, Captain, she's gone.
Before you say anything, I want to be clear that I'm done running around for you.
No need to worry about that, Captain. So she got here, and, well, she sneezed. She said, "Wow, new soap?" And I was like, "Yeah, rosish." Turns out it tickled her nose. Oops. And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she about cried when she saw the spread.
I know, I was there.
Well, sure you could see, but I thought maybe you'd want to know some of what was said. You ain't much of a romantic, huh, Captain?
Really? I took you back and forth across this entire system. God, not much of a romantic, fucking hell. So you laid out the meal, brought June in, and started the music?
She stood stock still and just said, "Oh, real soft." Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, "Is that dustbat casserole?" I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarch person.
I love it. So the meal went well. The dessert too?
Well, we talked a bunch over dinner about the things we learned just through messages, stuff we repaired, how I taught her to salvage and she taught me to build. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary, said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold, Captain.
Smooth.
One of us has got to be. We're both... June's so reserved and I'm so shy. I worried if I never said anything, nothing would ever get said, you know? I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted. Strong. Smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor, and how it made her want to be more open.
Wait, she wrote a speech to declare her love?
She was worried she wouldn't get the words out right, especially after that message about Isabel. It's sweet. Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes! And then she sneezed again, on account of the flowery soap.
What about your disinterest in physical affection? Just weird, but
We talked about it some. I told her I wasn't sure how it'd work, how I've had a bad time of it in the past. She said we'll take it as it comes. Fix things together. Share meals, talk. Maybe she could rub my shoulders when they're sore. I said I might like that.
The important thing is, no more random errands.
Nope. You've been real patient, Captain. Thanks. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour.
Enchanted evening. That's nice. I actually really like the voice actress for Parvati. Did a really bang up job. I'm tired. $190 extra kilograms. I'm actually gonna head to Scully.
I've shut off the visual feed from my ocular inputs in the captain's quarters, so you're free to disrobe whenever you'd like. I so enjoy watching you sleep for hours on end, Captain. It's quite entertaining the way you drool and whimper.
My eyes are starting to get really tired, so I'm gonna call it night and go to sleep.